shortlisted you among us 1135 candidates, means 1135 chief managers. You 575 have been shortlisted to this program, which itself indicates that bank has chosen the best, because as indicates from the name, the program is Baroda Rising Stars, means you are the star of future. You have to take this bank on the greater heights, from where your seniors would be living one by one in the days to come. I am sure you must have put in your best to learn the abilities which would have been told by the Deloitte team through various methods, because all the consultants in this field, they always endeavor to give their best, to provide their best for the participants. And leadership is a very wide subject. Rather, it is an art, because you have to lead a team where members are of different mindset, different capability, different work field. Means you are supposed to take along all those who are having different mindset and different background, and again they have to lead in a different areas. And you have to, not only you have to take along, you have to tell them for their best to deliver for the bank. The time is very competitive, as we all know, and innovation has always been considered a necessity. And in this pandemic time, everybody would have realized that yes, the innovation is really must for all of us. Had we not taken this Microsoft technique on which we are meeting, we are conducting all the meetings, rather we are, if I will say, we are running our bank on this software, Microsoft team, then it would have been very difficult for the bank to ensure our routine working and our business growth as well. As we know, there is a very stiff competition in the market, and Bank of Baroda has always been considered as a best bank in the industry. If I will share the factual position that whenever any innovative things are taking place in industry, the first everybody looks for Bank of Baroda. DFS, all banks, they used to ask us what initiatives Bank of Baroda is taking. This is really a matter of very pride for all of us. That industry takes very seriously for Bank of Baroda in all such endeavors, all such initiatives. Therefore, not taking much time, I will say that take all these projects very seriously, as also told by Mr. Tripathi. And seriously means, when I am talking, I am taking the word seriously. Seriously means, because what is project? Project is a, in very simple words, it is a coordination of the task to be completed to reach on a desired goal or set goal. We have to coordinate all our tasks for the target, means whatever target is given for the particular project. There are 82 projects, means 82 numbers, and 15 types of projects are there. 57 are business projects and 25 are strategic projects, which also includes 14 projects for international participants. Chief manager is a very important layer of our present management hierarchy, and you have to lead the bank in the time to come. Therefore, please try to learn as much as you can, so that in the time to come, you can lead the bank as expected by the top management, and bank can also keep enjoying its reputation in the industry and its top position in the industry. I will also invite the attention of all of you for the crucial time we are having ahead. The quarter 3rd December is going to end very soon. First quarter, nothing could be done due to Corona. Second quarter, something was done in comparison to first quarter. Sorry. Rather, we can say we did some good work in second quarter. But this third quarter is very crucial from bank's point of view. Though it is a leadership program and we are launching the project, but I thought it is the best opportunity when I am talking to you 575 candidates, that this time we must use in a very perfect manner, very purposeful manner, so that we can show very good performance at the end of December, and we should also plan our strategy for the fourth quarter, which is of utmost importance, being last quarter of the financial year. I would also urge upon you all to please be in readiness for the promotion exercises. As you know, for the clerical and 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, the exercises have already been launched. And for the fourth, for 4 to 5 and 5 to 6, we are just planning, it's not finalized. But because I am addressing you all, then it will be in order to inform that right now we are planning to conduct the test on 17th January. It may be earlier also, or it may be thereafter also. But because everything is being planned in a very very time-bound manner, so please be ready. I mean to say, this is a time, the remaining 3.5 months is the time to coordinate for your career and as well as for the bank's growth. Please be ready, be prepared, and put your best. I wish you each and everyone all the best for your future endeavors, for your growth point of view. All the best. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Yeah, go on.
Thank you, Mr. Rathi, and thank you, Mr. Tripathi, for those very rousing words. Dear participants, first of all, a very warm welcome to all of you on this Saturday afternoon. Thank you for investing so much of time up till this point in going through the various workshops, undertaking all your e-learnings and so on, right? It gives us immense pride and privilege to say that we to launch the strategic projects. The strategic projects are a critical component of the entire Baroda Rising Stars development journey. Next slide, please. Um, there are these projects are really built for four purposes. Next page. Yes. Um, and through these projects, we essentially wish to uh, accomplish four key objectives. So objective number one is we want to make sure that all of you have a chance to practice all the theory and frameworks and the mimic tools which you've learned across the various workshops in a real life environment. And projects gives you this incredible ability to do so. The second part is given that we have such a large pool of high potential participants, projects also offer a fantastic opportunity for all of us to network. And for this purpose, we have made sure that the teams are comprising of a diverse set of individuals which come from different walks of life, so that all of you get to interact with each other, build a stronger network, build longer lasting bonds, and you are able to achieve on your various business objectives. The third part is that these projects are not meant to be easy. They are meant to stretch you beyond your day-to-day jobs. They're meant to push your boundaries as a professional and help you achieve the next level of career growth. So while some of these projects may seem that they are easy, they're actually not. They've been well crafted and created to make sure that they create the lasting impact for the bank that is required. And finally, I would like to say that Mr. Tripathi already referred to it during the start of this conversation. These projects are important because they help shape the future of the bank. Even the projects which were done in 2017 are still tracked by the board for their overall efficacy. The board pays a lot of attention given the sort of investments which have gone behind each and every one of you. And therefore, I would urge all of you to look at these projects as futuristic, forward-looking, and absolutely critical for the success of our bank. Mr. Rathi mentioned some while back that large organizations and banks across India look towards our bank for guidance in terms of innovation and so on. And let me tell you, whenever I meet with senior stakeholders of banks like the State Bank of India or Indian Bank and Allahabad Bank, they are always very keen to know what is Bank of Baroda doing so differently with its leadership development programs. Why is it so highly regarded? And we can say with great pride that participants place a lot of time and emphasis not only on going through the workshops but also going through these projects and crafting the future of the bank. So on that note, I would like to invite Aditya to walk us through the journey of how these projects are going to be executed. And I would encourage all of you to pay very close attention to the next steps which Aditya talks about. Aditya, what do you?
So Prithvi, sorry for intervention.
Yes, sir.
Now I think I disconnect now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can disconnect.
So thank you and all the best. Once again, I request all of you, please. Please go through your projects very carefully and try to deliver more than the expectations of the bank. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you, sir, for joining. Right. So over the next 5-7 minutes, I'll just very quickly take everyone through the nuts and bolts of the projects. Essentially, every project team, as Tripathi sir already mentioned, will have about 6 to 8 people. We've put a lot of thought into how we kind of build those teams up, and we've taken a few things into consideration, including your location. In terms of how the project actually runs, every project would have a mentor who's going to help guide and support and guide the teams on their project objectives. By default, your mentors are the regional or the zonal heads. It is like also possible, however, that the zonal head may assign this responsibility to a different individual, right? So one of the things that you will all need to do is to talk to your zonal or regional head and uh, uh, speak to them about the project. If they've nominated someone else to be a mentor for your project, just figure out who that person is. Uh, this is on the more regular day-to-day working of the project. Towards the end of our projects, we would have a steering committee which will review all the projects. It's been said a few times about how seriously we are taking this as a bank. So it's going to be some very senior leaders who are going to be responsible for checking the progress of the projects. And this same committee is also going to nominate the 10 best projects to showcase in the Talent Expo, right? So uh, there is that added incentive as well of getting your project showcased at the Talent Expo if you can really impress the steering committee. Additionally, there's going to be a BRSP PMO contact who's going to help out with conducting monthly check-ins and helping resolve any concerns that there may be. Right? Let's move on. Next page. Okay. In terms of the journey, how it really works out. Uh, Obviously, this is the launch for the projects. We've already sent out emails to all of you around the project, the team, the mentor, and all of that stuff. So I'll just come to that in a minute about how where to find those mails and what those mails cover. Um, what what we'll also be doing is sending an email to all the mentors as well, so that they are also aware of uh, what is uh, what is happening on the projects front as well as their responsibilities in the project. The immediate next step that we need to do is that all teams need to organize a kickoff meeting with their mentor and they need to finalize two documents. Right? One of them is the project charter and the other one is the project plan. That is the immediate next step, and that is something that we need to complete by the 31st of December. So we have about 20 days for that. Uh, and then beyond that, we're going to have regular check-ins, interim reviews, and so on and so forth. But those dates will be communicated to you as soon as they get fixed, as and when they get fixed, right? The immediate next step is to organize that kickoff meeting and prepare your charter and your plan. Let's go to the next page. Okay, so you would have got an email that looks like this, which has your EC numbers, the team members, what is your group number, what is the name of the project, and who is the SPOC that you can reach out to in case you have any challenges. Uh, in case you've not received this kind of a mail, just let us know. You can either let us know right now in the chat if you're sure you haven't got the mail, or you can just contact us at our help desk and we'll take care of that for you. Right? But all of you would have got this email with all the details of your project. Right? Let's move on. Okay. Uh, so like I said, we need to do two things. One is the charter and one is the plan. So this is what a project charter looks like. Essentially, it's like a quick snapshot of what is the project called, what is the overview and how it's going to impact the business, and what are some of the top three objectives that the project needs to achieve, right? And it also just documents who's the mentor, what is the team number, who is the SPOC, and who is the PMO for that team. So we've on the next page we've just got a illustrative project charter for you. So as you can see, it's pretty simple. Uh, at a very high level, you just need to tell how it's going to impact the business. So for example, if it's digital outreach, then a way it could impact the business is increasing our outreach in rural locations across North India, helping us tap into some of the financial needs of those rural markets and so on. Objectives would be things like conducting a customer study, submitting an assessment report, right? So what are those 3, 4 things that you're going to do in the project? What are your deliverables as a part of that project? And and you need to just keep it to those top three objectives and how it's going to impact the business, right? Don't get too detailed into this, because the idea is to just have a quick snapshot of roughly, if I wanted to see in like 30 seconds what your group is up to, I know what's happening, right? And this can be easily shared with the leaders at the bank and so. The second thing we have to do is to build out the project plan. Project plan is a little bit more detailed, right? So what we need to do is to first of all list out in chronological order. As Tripathi sir said, it is expected that everybody contributes to the project, which is why there is the owner of the specific action item. So we expect to see all of your names featuring against action items somewhere or the other. And of course, there is a timeline view to say that, which action item needs to get completed by when. Right. So this is something that's a bit more detailed. So for example, it'll look something like this, right? So let's say Aman is in charge of designing the survey. Akash and Sanjeev are in charge of rolling it out and making sure it's done by the third week. Deepti is in charge of doing some secondary research and coming back with some inputs and so on and so forth. Right. So you need to do you need to kind of build out your plan for the project. And you need to do this in conjunction with your mentors, right? All of this, both the plan and the charter needs to get sent to us by the 31st. So we've shared the email ID as well, to which you need to send this by the 31st. And since those are all the points that really we needed to cover, right? So just remember 31st. You need to send us both the charter and the plan, and you need to talk to your mentors and connect with them. Any questions on the projects so far? Anything that we can clarify for you? So you can either raise your hand or you can paste it in the chat and it'll help you out.
Aditya, Mr. Satyajit Roy has a question.
Okay. What's the question? I can't see it in the chat.
I have unmuted him just now.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, good afternoon, sir. Right. No, ideally you'll need to reach out to the mentor, get their time and set up that meeting. The mentor will be informed that you're going to reach out, but you'll need to do the setting up of the meeting and that kickoff.
Okay.
Any other questions? Do you have the option to change the project subject? No, I don't think so, because we've all of us, including Mr. Tripathi and Mr. Rathi, have also kind of weighed in on the topics. So and as Mr. Tripathi also said that it might be something that you're not very familiar with, but the idea is that this is a learning journey, so you need to pick things up and deliver on those deliverables, right? So unfortunately, we will not be able to change the projects, and those are pretty fixed right now.
Aditya, Mr. Menak Banerjee wants to know what happens in case someone is transferred from his present office to a different unit.
So you can still continue on the same project, because anyways, a lot of the working would be done remotely. And that would be my view. Mr. Tripathi or Rahul, would you like to?
No, okay, you are right. Yes, you are right. So they will continue with the same project. So ultimately, these project discussions that will happen through online mode only. I don't think there will be any difficulty. And one more thing, this project will continue till 15th of March. And after that, you have to submit your project's presentation to the bank. And after that, that will be discussed and finalized, and there will be final presentation in the month of first week of April, something like that.
Right. Okay. Thank you, sir. Any other questions?
Mr. Mukesh Kumar wants to know, do we need to submit the theory that we have learned in the classroom sessions?
No, you don't. You do need to use it, and you need to obviously use whatever you've learned, but you don't necessarily have to submit anything around theory that you've learned in the sessions. You just need to fill out the charter and you need to fill out the project plan.
Okay, thank you, Aditya. And Mr. Mayur and Ms. Shalini have the same question. What would be the timeline of the project?
Right. So, yes, sir, go on.
Then that I've already conveyed. The project timeline will be 15th of March. So that will be the timeline.
Right. Any other questions?
Mr. Sunil Patil wants to know, should we work only on the projects assigned by the bank or can we do some other innovative projects?
No, the projects assigned by the bank only.
Right.
Okay. There are a couple of notes on the chat. There's a suggestion that group call can be organized within the project team. That's a good suggestion, and we strongly encourage you to get in touch with your group and constantly communicate. So that will really help. Obviously, collaboration as well as it's also good for you to build up your networks and that's one of the big things that this leadership program gives you. So that's a good suggestion, and I urge everyone to have your group calls.
They can have a WhatsApp group also, so that they can discuss among themselves about the project and how to proceed in that project.
Okay. Right. Absolutely. There's a question, any criteria for selection to any project for specific member? Not at an individual level. We've essentially taken subjects that are important for the bank as a business, and we've distributed them to each of the participants. There's a question from Mr. Jha. Is it going to be applied in the field or will it be more like a research or a college project? That depends really on March 15th, and depends on what the steering committee if they feel that your suggestions are very practical and this thing, they might take it forward. But
no, this presentations and the suggestions that will be given to the concerned vertical functional head. And if you'll find any suggestions are worth implementing, definitely they go for that.
Right, exactly. And that also kind of answers Mr. Padi's question that whether this project would be used by the bank for practical purposes or is it only for learning. As Mr. Tripathi just said, depending on the suggestions, if it is valuable and if it's practical, then certainly the bank might pick it up and actually implement some of your suggestions as well.
Aditya, Mr. Jyotinath has a question, so I'm unmuting him.
Sure.
Good afternoon, Mr. Aditya.
Yes.
I'm right now posted in the Zambia, and with me, Mr. Jagdish is a project like we are working together. We will work together. We are expecting that Mr. Jagdish will repatriate maybe second week of January. So what to do there? I will be the only one project man.
For this case, I think we'll get back to you on that. I'll just maybe talk to Mr. Tripathi and we'll figure out how best to deal with that.
Yeah, we'll do
Okay,
something.
one more question is there also. Right now we are only two from Bank of Baroda. Others are the different banks, and my boss is from Central Bank of India. So who will be my mentor?
Mr. Tripathi, how is this working for the
I couldn't understand the question.
Sir, right now.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, right now yes, sorry, sir.
In this case, sir, GM International Banking has given the project. So if the country head or territory head would not be able to guide you rightly, so you can be guided by the GM International Banking directly. Because
No,
they have assigned the team.
Rahul, what I suggest is
Yes,
that
sir.
let he send a mail to us. So after that,
Okay.
we'll work with that.
Yeah.
Better instead of he calling GM International, we'll discuss with GM International, finalize.
Okay, sure.
Okay, sir. Okay, no issue. We'll send a mail on Monday.
Okay, sure.
Sure. Thanks for those questions. Any other questions?
So in case,
Sorry. Go ahead, sir.
In case you have any other question, you can send at brsp@bankofbaroda.com. So we'll respond to that.
Yep. And there's just one question that's just come in on chat. What will be the frequency of meeting within group members? That is completely up to you, right? That depends on
Yes.
how often you want to meet as a group.
The more often you will meet, that will be better for you, for the project.
Sir, can I ask one question?
Sure.
Can I run a project alone? I don't have any issue because right now I'm doing some project here, and I'm the whole in charge, so I can manage that also, if it is possible.
Okay, that we'll discuss.
Okay, sir. Okay, no issues.
Mr. Tripathi, we have a question from Mr. Binod. Whether this project would be used for bank practical purpose or is it only for learning?
So that I've already replied to. So this project's presentations, so that will be given to the concerned vertical functional heads, and they will have a discussion there, and if possible, if it is practicable, then they may implement also.
Right. There's another question saying, can we refer to previous projects? In terms of, what all you can refer to, that's again, we've kind of completely left it to you. Like whatever resources you need to bring on board, whether it's previous work or you need to reach out to some people within your networks at the bank. That's up to you. You have full freedom to figure out how is the best way to get the right inputs for the project.
Mr. Manikant is asking if there's any format for preparing for the project report.
So for now, we've kind of showed you what a charter and a plan looks like. As we go on with the projects, we'll keep sharing whatever templates are necessary for you to have when we look at actual presentations. So don't worry about that. Once we go ahead with the projects, we'll keep sharing templates for all the presentations.
Okay, and Mr. Gaurav Sahai has a question. I'm unmuting him.
Sure.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I would just like to know that when would I come to know about my mentor? And secondly, in this, I already got the mail. I already got the name of the project which I will be working upon. There are few participants, my colleagues with whom I would be working. Those are listed out, but I cannot see them anybody in this participant list. So am I the only one who is among the participants who is attending this meeting? And if some more clarity can be given about the mentor, how should we proceed so that we can really start working on the project?
Gaurav, I think you can start working on the projects. So definitely you are not the only one in the group. There must be another 6 or 7 persons. So that will let you know. And the mentors that will be allotted after some time. It may take 10-15 days. But you can right away you can start working on the projects through discussion with your team members.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Miss Kiran Sawant would like to ask something. Please go ahead.
Go ahead, ma'am. Ma'am, do you have a question?
I think you should mute her and let him post the message, post the question.
Yeah. Okay. Robin is asking, can we get top 5 project details in the last 2 years for reference and preparation?
No, ideally, I think we should not give the project because that will be you'll be prejudiced by that. So you should have work on independent mind. Don't look at the past projects like that. My
Right.
personal suggestion is that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Mr. Madan Mandol has a question.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Is it audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, SPOC from Deloitte is Bhuvan Mujumdar for my team. So it will be helpful for us, just like peer-to-peer, in the terms of peer-to-peer interaction, that time one WhatsApp group was created. If Deloitte can create a group of the project members, this time it will be very helpful for us, because it will be difficult for us to create the group by our own, who will be the admin and all. So if our SPOC from the Deloitte create a group and interact with us, it will be helpful for us.
Okay, so you can just write to your team members, right, and set up the WhatsApp group. Because the creating a WhatsApp group is pretty straightforward. So I would encourage you to get in touch with your team members and just set it up, and then you can start working. Our SPOC doesn't need to be there in all of your communication, right? The
So
SPOC is
their
there.
contact details is not mentioned in the
No,
mail.
okay.
That's why
Okay,
I'm
Mr. Mandal, in that case, I'll request
Yes.
Mr. Rahul to share the contact numbers with team members to each of the groups. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Mr. Rahul, do that.
Yes, sir. Sure. We'll do it.
Okay.
Satyajit Roy also has a question. I'm unmuting him.
Hello. Yes, sir, go on.
Your voice is not clear. Mr. Roy's voice is not clear. Can you please post the message? Please post the question, please.
Mr. Amit Tiwari also has a
Yeah. I saw this.
I think yes, my question is answered, ma'am. Thank you so nice of you. So we'll be getting the contact details.
Yes,
only then we'll be able to create WhatsApp.
right. Question from Robin again. Do we need to identify a project leader? That's I mean, not really. I mean, the idea is to work as a team. If you want to, however, nominate certain people to take up certain specific tasks and to be the Spock for certain interactions, that is of course up to you, and you can decide that within the team. Okay, Mr. Padi asked a question on can we do the project for BOB Kenya instead of parent bank, as we have better understanding of better practical utilization of the project. That I think Rahul and Mr. Tripathi will get back to you on that. Okay, so we'll relay that question to Mr. Tripathi and Rahul, and they'll get back to you on that. Any further questions?
Patil, so would like to ask something.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Dr. Sunil Patil here. I have
Yeah.
a question that when we have been assigned a project regarding a privileged credit this current account enhancement in this reach and its business potential. So I just want to know whether we will get any opportunity to go and survey the things outside and also those things, because sometime we may need to go into surveys also. Okay, and most of the people are from Mangalore zone. So will we get an opportunity to go and do surveys outside even Mangalore zone or outside our area of where we are operating? Is there
outside is not possible. Within your respective location, you can, if you want to do some survey, you can do that.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Suppose you have 7 members and members are located in different locations, so they can do that in their respective locations.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Mr. Aditya, I think we should close, and if they have any questions, they can send over a mail, and we'll respond to that.
Sure. So yeah, I mean, you have our email IDs, so you can. There's one Deloitte ID and there's one Bank of Baroda ID. You can write to either of them, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. Right. So with that, I think we can close the session on the projects. So we can then move on to.
Okay. Thank you all.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.